I think we can all agree that Carlos loves to interrupt things. Come on in, Carlos.
Start recording?
Excuse me?
You start recording?
Yes, I did. As soon as you walked out, I started recording. Because I want to hurry up before you come back.
Sorry.
Anyway. Hello, cookies. Welcome back. And if you're new here, hello. My name is Carolyn Gray. We are the cookie community. We talk about all things in and around fashion. I show y'all lifestyle living in New York City as an entrepreneur. And we like a good old kiki and giggle on this side of the platform of YouTube. Now today, I want to talk, first of all, can we get into, first of all, Janae Naylor for Target, Future Collective vest. It fits perfectly. And I do have the jeans. You just can't, hold on, let me just step on my stool. Second day in a row that I'm wearing them. And I just got this vest out of the mail, literally steamed it just a little bit. And I also bought it in the white with the pant. I didn't buy the pant version to this because I have a lot of black pants. So I'm just like, let me be responsible. And I bought the black knit set. And you know what? It's too big. So I'm going to see if I can switch it for a smaller size, and hopefully they still have it in stock. But either way, the material is materialing. I am loving it. It is very beautiful. It's cozy. This is perfection. I'm going to be wearing this, I think, to an event that I have to go to later this evening. So, Janae, you did that, girl. Anyway, let's talk fashion and let's talk personal style. I'm not going to keep y'all long. This is just a think piece. So I've been having this on my mind for a while, and I've mentioned this a little bit in one of my previous videos, but I think we can all agree that for the majority, it feels like we are in the era of reclaiming personal style. We are about sick and tired of all the aesthetics talk. Clean girl aesthetic, mob wife aesthetic, grandpa aesthetic. I think they even got a tomato patch girl aesthetic. I don't know. I saw it from a UK media outlet and I was like, what is a tomato patch girl? There's so many different aesthetics. And at this point, we're over it. We don't want to have any more conversations about trends and aesthetics because it has been blown out of proportion at this point. And I think it's because we are in the age of the internet, streets. We have TikTok, IG Reels, YouTube Shorts, YouTube videos, all this stuff. We are seeing so much media and content talking about all these trends and aesthetics and how to basically put on an armor of a costume, which is the aesthetic. Really, when trends are meant to be dissected, explained, and for us to figure out what our personal style connects to the most. And I also feel like the conversation of trends is just to highlight what vendors are going to have overflowing in their stores and what we can expect, right? To each their own what they're going to buy. And I feel like some of us have taken a lot of these looks and trends and just gone all the way down a rabbit hole and into a dark abyss with it and have not really returned yet, or some are returning. Some are returning, and I think some that are returning, this is the conversation for you. This is a topic for you. And also, whether or not you could be someone who really has a grip and great handle on what they believe their personal style is. Some people are figuring it out through these trends and aesthetics, and then some people are just overwhelmed because there's just too many options. And at this point, with everything else going on in the world, it's like I don't feel like thinking about these trends and deciphering what I feel about them. And that's okay too. Now, y'all know I have my notes because I like to stay organized. Like I've discussed personal style on this page before. And I felt like the majority of the reactions that I've gotten on that video, we were all on the same page. We're all on the same page about reclaiming personal style and what it takes to redefine it. We crave uniqueness. We crave thinking for ourselves and just having an understanding of how to dissect a trend and not full-blown copy and pasting something. we're all craving to see each other's individualism. And while I do believe that a lot of people do have a great handle on what they believe their personal style is, we can't discount the fact that there are people who are struggling with the concept or just need a little bit of extra help right now. And I can understand how someone can feel overwhelmed with all the, inspo content, or what are your 3 style pillars or descriptive words for your personal style, or Pinterest boarding all the time, and really just looking at it and trying to figure out what your personal style. And sometimes I feel like sometimes I will save an outfit inspo, and just in my mind, I'm like, I just like how that looks on her. And I'm really happy for this girl in this outfit. I wouldn't necessarily wear, but I like something about this. This is very nice for her. And I think she's enjoying herself, and I'm just enjoying her, enjoying herself. And here we are. And there's nothing really with my personal style that has anything to do with the save, but I'm saving it. It's overwhelming. It's a lot. Especially if it's not something that you've thought about often. This is my life. I've have degrees in fashion. I've only ever worked in fashion and fitness, but for the majority, I've only been a fashion girl, like literally and figuratively, and just, I eat, sleep, and this, okay? So yes, I don't think it's always going to come easy to a lot of folks to think about these types of concepts. So I've been thinking about another way to break this idea of redefining or defining your personal style in a way that's a little bit more palpable. Because I think it's a little aggressive to be like, what's your 3 style descriptive words on the spot? And you're just like, well, shit, I don't know. Like, you can come up with anything. But to really fully understand the concept of what your personal style is, I feel like I've talked about this before, and it was more of a thorough, self-reflective journey, because I do think fashion is a form of expression of self. Therefore, it is a deep thinking process to get to a point where you feel like you know your style. But I think there's a question that could be asked that can help guide the thought process in a way that's a little bit more fun, less intimidating, and a really cool way of self-discovery. And when you do it in this concept that I've been thinking of, you will find a pattern of many characteristics that can define what your personal style is. And just so you know, I don't believe that there can only be 3 different style pillars or descriptive words that can claim what your personal style is. I think that we are multifaceted, dynamic people, and we show up in different parts of our lives very differently, and that makes us who we are. So the question that I ask, and I will answer it in my way, so I can just give you an example of how to go through it. And I encourage you that when you're answering this question for yourself, you actually write it down, so when you take a step back, you can see the commonality throughout it that will define your style to you. Who are your style personalities for each lifestyle that you experience? What is your work personality? What is the style personality for church, hanging out with your friends, going to the gym, even hanging out at home by yourself? What's your style personality when you show up for events, work related? I mean, in my situation, there's different types of events that I attend, and there's a different personality that shows up as far as what she's doing. And I even go so far to even like kind of name them, right? I think about what each personality and lifestyle needs to feel comfortable. What fabrications are they into? What colors are they wearing? What patterns are fitting? Those types of things. What is the energy and vibe that each style personality gives? What is the confidence level that arrives once you put the look together? What is important for that personality to be comfortable in this aesthetic that you create for yourself? So I took the liberty of writing down my style personalities. I even named them. And I'm going to list a few words that basically, there's so much nonsense noise going on today. I'm really sick of it. It first started with the dogs, and now they got a water park out there. They got the pool, the little pool for the dogs. Boy, yay for me. Anyway, let's continue. I've even named my personalities, and I've used words like bullet point words to create the concept of who this person is. So, work me. Her name is Carolyn Gray, the resume name that gets the interviews and solidifies the jobs. Carolyn Gray is the work me. Okay, let's be clear. She's always comfortable. Structured tailored top. I am at work today, right now. I am working right now in this structured tailored top. She prefers neutral tones, and she has to be comfortable. Like, she has to be able to like pretzel style her legs. But also, if I'm on camera or on Zoom or I'm in a meeting or something, or I'm running to a cafe for a meeting or whatever have you, I'm going to be postured, structured on top, cozy, but sleek on the bottom. Neutral tones, blacks, beiges, grays, denim. That's my form of neutral. Another personality I'll introduce you to is the party me. Her name is Bianca. It's one of my middle names, but it's also the name that I give strange men when they ask me, "What's your name is, girl?" My name is Bianca. All right. Okay, you hear me. Now, party me, she's rock and roll, chic. She's a little edgy. She shows a little bit of skin, but not too much. Like, I have a balance. If I'm having chest, then that's all that's showing. If there's legs, then everything else is covered. You get my drift? I never have two of the same thing out. I never have two areas of skin all the way out. Okay. All back out, everything else is covered. Okay. But anyway, she loves texture, whether it's suede, whether it's patent leather, lace. She loves texture when she's out partying. Doesn't matter if it's too hot to wear it. She's going to do it. And she always actually rocks red eyeshadow. It's just a thing. I don't know what it is about me and red eyeshadow at night. I just have to, it just does something to me. Now, the gym me, I like to call her Black Panther because she's always wearing black, sleek, lightweight gym attire that sculpts and smooths the body. Makes me feel like I run like FloJo. I told y'all this before. I feel like FloJo in my workout clothes. And I also like to pull my hair back, make it really sleek, eyebrows up and done, no makeup, maybe a red lip if I'm feeling funky that day, if I'm feeling real strong, which not really lately. And she likes a slouchy sock and a very athletic running shoe, like Diana back in the days when she was going to and from the gym. Little 90s flair. That's how Carolyn likes to do it when she's at the gym. She's Black Panther at the gym. Travel me. This is Getaway Gray. Getaway Gray has to be cozy, comfortable, needs a big ass hoodie or some kind of shawl, neutral tones, mostly black, maybe navy, maybe. Because what if I sit down in the seat and I'm wearing a light gray outfit and now I got a red spot on the back of my butt and it's not that time? You hear what I'm saying? I have to have a hat on if I'm traveling. And travel me is also errands on the go. Like, I'm running around looking like I'm getting shit done and I don't want to be seen. I am incognito. Getaway Gray is incognito. And she's just covered. She's covered and she's comfortable. And there's a drape to this madness. There's a drape, there's a hoodie, there's a shawl, there's big lapels and collars, because I just want to be, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? And at home me is Maria, what my family calls me, what my friends of umpteen years have called me. And she's cozy. She's always wearing black or gray, wearing really plush sweatsuit sets or sleek bodysuits, glasses, no makeup, but glazed down to the gods like a Holy Grail Krispy Kreme donut. Okay? She's still sleek. She's still wearing her uniform colors at this point. And public speaking me. Now, I've thought about this because, like, this is also event me. A part of my job as a creator, I attend events, I speak on panels, I present a lot. And to me, when I'm presenting in public, this is the best version of me. This is the woman I've always wanted to become, that I'm showing up as. And she's always wearing a drape, something that has positive posture, encouraging clothes. And what I mean by that is, like, I'm wearing something high-waist and fitted, a corseted look, something that makes me sit straight up when I'm in public so I don't slouch. There's a reason why I do that. It's literally, yes, I love the aesthetic and it keeps me all together and it snatches me all together, but it also maintains my posture when I am sharing my skill set, my experience, and story. I can't be slouching in front of my cookies. Like, that's crazy. I need to have my held up high. What else comes with this? Oh, yes. It's Carolyn Gray is the name of this version of me. It's Carolyn Gray. She also loves a sculpted look with a bit of drape, maybe a pop of color, which could be green or red, and any version of each of those colors. And she's refined. She's herself. She's, I've always actually, like, the person I've always wanted to become as an adult, Felicia Rashad as Claire Huxtable in the Cosby Show. Literally, I just feel as though her grace and poise is what It's Carolyn Gray presents to be. And that is one of my style personalities. So, the common thread I see in all of those personalities that presents is she's very comfortable, has to be comfortable. And comfort comes in the form of silhouette, comes in the form of material, cashmeres, plush fleece, all these things. Everything has to feel like a second cozy skin, something that feels like a hug. I like for my clothes to feel like they're hugging me. And yeah, I also have to have a level of sleekness, whether it's my hair or the way a silhouette drops or the material that I'm wearing. I'm big on textures. I have to feel the life of my clothing. I need to have leather, lace, suede, a bit of shine sometimes. I love texture. And to me, I feel what people love about color is what I love about textures, right? So to each their own. And another thing that I realize about the common thread is I'm a neutral girl. Like, I mostly wear black color. That is my favorite color. That is my confident color. That is my tuck away and hide color. That is my I'm gonna get shit done color. I think that, to me, I cannot say that I'm 3 different descriptive words when it comes to my style. But I do think I'm cozy, I'm chic, I'm comfortable. I love texture. I love statement. I love sculpted clothing. I love drapery so much. It's so regal and, like, feminine to me. Like, some people consider florals and lace very feminine. I consider the drape of a dress or shirt, depending on what it is, to be the most feminine quality about a garment. And I like rock and roll. I like a bit of edge. I like a bit of roughness to be a juxtaposition to the femininity that I feel is me within my clothing. And because I think that personal style is such a vast concept, because there's no right or wrong way to approach it. I was nervous or hesitant to create this video because I don't want to come across like I'm talking mishmash, pish-posh. Like, I want to make sense. I want this to make sense. And I think that we're so overwhelmed by all the content that we consume and all the things going on in the world. And, that we have this turning point right now in 2024 where truth is revealed. And boy, has it been revealing itself in all different industries and formats. But I think that we want to reveal to ourselves our true intent, how we want to show up in the world. I think that a lot of us are at a point in our lives where when we were young children, young people, we had this concept of who we're going to be as an adult. And I think a lot of us are ready to arrive as that person and look back at our childhood self or version of ourselves inwardly and say, I hope you're proud of me. And I think that it justifies the conversation that we're having about redefining or defining our personal style. I think it's a powerful thing to do, to understand who you are as a person inside and out and how you present. And it's not necessarily to present yourself in order for you to be accepted by anyone. It's more so about you accepting yourself and what version you want to show up as. And I do think that our life is very dynamic. It's all over the place. There's things happening all the time. And I think that it is okay to think of our life as many different departments, and each department has a different representative. And sometimes that representative looks a little bit different than the next. And I think that is a way that personal style and clothing shows up. It truly does. And I hope that this video makes sense, because I'm damn sure I was talking to Carlos about this before I made this video, and I was just like, I'm just trying to make sure that when I say what's in my head, that it lands well and that it makes sense. Because you know how we'll tell ourselves a joke and it's funny in our head, but then when we say it, nobody's laughing. Yeah, I didn't want it to be like that in this video. I just wanted to make sure that I make sense and that it hits a chord, because I know that there's so many conversations about what are your 3 style pillars? How you describe your style? Go on Pinterest and find the pattern of all the things. Like I've talked about this too, but I think that for people who are still having a tough time with the concept of how to find out their true personal style, I'm hoping that this could be another way of figuring that out for yourself, and that this format is easier. While it is it is a reflective state of mind. Once again, I really feel like personal style is a very deep thing. It's a thought-provoking thing. Like, you have to look within to figure this stuff out. But I feel like this one's a little bit more fun because you can put a different wig on it and name her different names. You know what I mean? So you can have a bit more fun defining personality and character. And that way you can say, okay, now I see the commonality between all these personalities. And I also see the differences in each of these spaces that I show up in. And I love those too. I just want you to love yourself, know yourself, and be confident in who you are to say, this is who I am. And that we're to no longer be swayed by all the trend talks and aesthetics and all the things that we're seeing every day in and out. We are getting back to the core of us and who our younger selves wished and hoped that we would be, the cool adult, doing all the things that we want to do. And if even we're not doing the things that we're wanting to do right now, that we're in a direction to get going and doing actions to get there. So I hope this made sense. Y'all don't understand how long I've been thinking about this video. Oh my God. But I love y'all. And I do want to hear y'all thoughts about this concept of defining personal style in this way, and what you think of it. Does it help you if you've been still struggling with it? All the things. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts. And I love you. Have a good rest of the day. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye, cookies. Ow, 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 ow.